Ladies and gentlemen, you are now in the heart of the storm. This is episode number 13 of HotSCast. HotSCast is your source for all things Heroes of the Storm, the hero brawler game from Blizzard Entertainment. I'm your host, Vincent, a.k.a. Rillandoon. With me, as always, are my intrepid co-hosts. First up is Mike, a.k.a. Charlie, no wait, Witch Doctor Bit My Finger, a.k.a. Fimless.
Woo! Yes, he did. Okay, witty thing to say today is get on the bus, pay your fare, and tell the driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair.
Okay, I don't even know that line, but I don't
double
know that
Dutch
song. We'll
bus
keep going.
coming down the street. Sorry. Go ahead. Old song.
No clue. And
you have to look
course,
it up
now. We have
to
Kaylee, a.k.a. Abathur Stole My Pajamas, a.k.a. Nerdy Char.
I don't even understand that one either.
Pajamathur.
Hi, everyone. I have a cold, so if I sound funny, I'm sorry, but I'll try not to cough in your ear.
So you're going to sound kind of like this? Like
Shut up and not sound like that.
Stuffed up in nasals.
I'm not that bad.
I am Nasal Char.
Nasal Char.
Yes, that is my new. I'm changing all of my usernames to Nasal Char.
Yes, Nasal Char. All right, let's get right into it. It feels like only last week we recorded an episode because, well, we did record an episode last week.
We did.
Just with all our crazy scheduling, things we got. Just with all the crazy scheduling we had going on, we got a little off kilter in terms of what day we were recording. And also, as you'll recall, last week we had the full account wipe incoming, so we did an audio show then in preparation for Tuesday's account wipe. But now we're back on schedule, and we'll begin the normal show rotation, streaming every other week. And now on Wednesdays instead of Mondays. Pay attention to that, though we did switch from Mondays to Wednesdays. And since we covered so much in the last episode, we're going to go over a more general topic brought up by Kaylee in our show planning from last week that we didn't cover because of the account wipe. That was a little bit more pressing. So I'm going to let her take the wheel on this one and dive right into the topic. So go ahead, Kaylee.
Well, as Nevik so oddly put it, I'm going to put on my ranty panties.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nevik, for that interesting. But anyways, yeah. So basically, when I was at MegaCon and talking to all of the League of Legends cosplayers in Central Florida, there's like a little group that I'm a part of on Facebook. Pretty cool people. I was asking them what they thought about HOTS because I was handing out our cards and trying to drum up some listeners, and the buzz that I heard and kind of what I've been hearing is they're worried that the game is kind of like boring and easy compared to the more traditional MOBAs like like League and Dota 2 and HON. And I've honestly kind of felt that way myself because I go from these intense League matches where if I look away for 3 seconds, I lose my lane, to Heroes where I can kind of like ham around with you guys and just like have a grand old time, and it doesn't really like feel that serious. So I don't know, that was kind of a topic that I thought would be interesting for the people who are kind of into the current MOBAs and are thinking about switching over or maybe playing HOTS and are kind of like, well, this game looks a little easy, or it feels a little easy when I play it in the alpha.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, let me ask you this. How many versus matches have you done versus just like co-op?
I pretty much only play versus.
Okay. Because, I mean, I would tell you this, especially lately since the quests have been changed. I think we talked about this last week. The quests have been changed that you can only complete them in versus. So now the amount of people playing versus has gone up considerably. Versus before, using versus too much, sorry. Before, everybody was just running co-op so they could get the quests done more easily. Now that everyone is playing versus, I will say this, the difficulty has has gone up. Yeah.
Well, people are learning how to
agree
play.
with you on that
That's going to
point.
be a big thing too. Is as
Definitely.
people learn how to play,
absolutely,
you're going to see that as they
Yes.
tweak the champions and things. You're going to see that. I have to agree in some respects in that it is easier, but it's only easier in that it's less complex, not that it's easier to win necessarily. You know, I think that you don't have to worry about as many things. You don't have to worry as much about your lane because that's not the core idea of the game. It's not really a laning game.
Right.
There's a little bit of a laning phase at the beginning
Right.
just to get started leveling and being there in your lane. The beauty is, again, because you don't have to last hit. You don't have to deal with gold at all. You get group XP. So yes, it is less complex. So if you're looking for a game that is as complex as LoL and that's what you enjoy, you're probably not going to like HOTS because it doesn't have that in there. So there is some complexity in it, but that's more along the talent lines and the objectives on the map and things like that. But I definitely agree with you. If you're on the competitive level on LoL and you're going in there and you look away, you're probably going to lose your lane. But I think at some point you're going to get that in HOTS. It's just going to take a little longer till we get those people. So you're playing that level. Right now, it's not ranked. It doesn't really match you with people of your abilities necessarily, and I think that's where we're going to see it improve over time, I hope. I hope.
Right. And Adam just pointed it out in the chat room, Random Geek. He said the same thing, that he agrees at the time, but once ranked happens, you're going to have to pay a lot more attention. And I agree. Certainly, when ranked comes in, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. But Adam can attest. We were playing. He can remind me. It was a Saturday night. I forget what night it was. We were getting raffle stomped in versus. We lost like 3 or 4 matches in a row, and we were queuing 4. Now we always have one Chickn Sammich because
if you do 4 or 5, it's worse. You get against really, Chickn Sammich. Well, if you get if you play 5, look, we got against Blood Legion one time when we took 5. So you're going against other groups of 5, just like in LoL.
Right.
Well, so we're not at that level. Even close most of the time for being able to go against them. A lot more organized, a lot more reactionary. They're better at just playing any game probably because they have a lot of experience in that kind of quick action and reaction. So as we get better,
who
I
was
think
it too that we went up against that one night? Was it
Idra
from Evil Geniuses?
Yes.
Yeah,
we had EG. We were playing against EG. Some people from EG. It was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think we did better than we expected in that one, didn't we? We were doing better than we thought. We didn't get destroyed.
Win.
Yeah, but we didn't get
we didn't get raffle stomped. Yes. But but considering we were going up against professionals, actually, I think we held our own.
I definitely
well.
can see your point and their point, Kaylee, in that there is a lot less complexity at this point and a lot less to really. Need the great reflexes you might need in LoL. It's just not there yet. And I think that it might be just either they're going to tweak stuff to make it a little bit more like that, or it will get that way because otherwise if you don't get to that point, you're going to lose all the time. And hopefully that'll be all it is. I know I died.
No, I think you guys have good points, and I do agree with what Blizzard did. I'm glad you mentioned that because it's something I wanted to bring up. There was a lot of buzz on Twitter about them changing it so that you could only get the quests done in versus. I agree with that. I think,
I did too.
And it's something that I found out playing League. I used to only play bot matches, and a bunch of my friends were like, "Stop playing bot matches. They don't teach you anything because the bots
win for your IP, your 300 IP or whatever it is."
Yeah, playing against the computer doesn't teach you how to really do well in those do or die situations because they don't exist in the computer. The computer's like, oh, move here, attack this. It just doesn't give you the same. But one really cool thing that I found, looking up some articles, Tom's Guide actually put out an article about Here's the Storm talking about post packs. And I agree with what they said. They said that I'm trying to find the exact line that I liked.
I read that one too. I think I remember reading that.
it differentiates itself from other MOBAs by its optional objectives. And that's one thing I really agree with. So if you look at HOTS as a different niche, it's going to have a different mindset, a different gameplay style, and it's going to fill a different gamer type, at least initially, while it kind of gets its footing. So that's something that I thought was a really cool point.
Sorry.
Now you guys are backwards. You screwed me up.
We crashed.
You're backwards.
Hi,
Way to go, Real.
Yes. Now you're backwards, and I can't do anything about it right now.
I'm just
It's not my fault.
I'm not the one having all the technical difficulties for
once.
once.
At the bottom. These Mazda ads at the bottom are messing me up.
Yep.
I see tech tier.
Fine. We're here. You're just backwards, and you're going to be backwards for the rest of the show.
Okay. That's fine.
Now Diablo can say
So what I missed, I'm sorry.
Kaylee.
And I'm
Nothing
getting text messages that...
She was talking to about the article she was reading in Tom's.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
The one point I wanted to make is, a game like this, really any PvP-based game, but one specifically like this, the level of difficulty truly scales with the skill of the player. And it's not even so much the gameplay or the mechanics, it's really the skill of the player. You could break it down to the simplest example. 5 idiots can sit around a table in their basement and play poker, and they can do well against each other and think they're great and like, let's go to Vegas, we'll take down the house. And they get to Vegas and they're taken for $50,000 in the course of 20 minutes and laughed out of the casino. It's the same thing. It's all about the skill of the player. At the moment, there's 2,000 people in the alpha, if that, maybe even at this point. I think, I guess there's actually a little over 2,000. I've seen about 2,100, I guess, at like the highest time. So, when this goes out to millions and that scale of skill goes up considerably, we're going to see a hockey stick, graph point basically in terms of difficulty. You know what I mean? But at the moment,
that's a really good point too.
Yeah, not everyone playing it are highly skilled MOBA players. A lot of people are just, media in general, just people that, at this point, they're sending out invites to people that do shows for WoW, for, any different type of game. And, they're good players, they're competent players, but, they're not the top 0.5% of players that you see in, like, the LCS or things along those lines. So, when that comes in, except for, Idra and the rest of the evil geniuses are
I think
in
they've
there.
been inviting those people, actually, so. But
Blizzard, can you stop inviting GG Chickn Sammich?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, it would be great if Chickn Sammich was not in there.
No, Chickn Sammich is already there.
We
You
had
can't
the
take it away.
worst Chickn Sammich Abathur imaginable in a
Did
match.
he run out in the middle of the lane?
No.
Oh,
no,
wow,
he did nothing.
Oh, that's even better.
He didn't. He hid in the farthest corner, like the farthest possible, like tightest corner into our base that he possibly could.
He probably went and got a drink.
He just infested one guy, and just everything he was doing was wrong. It was just wrong.
See, that's why I need to play Abathur every time we play that it's available for free, so that no one else can play it on our team.
Yes, right. I still have not played Abathur, actually. That's one I've not played yet.
I like Abathur. I haven't bought it yet. I probably should
Stitches
buy
and Abathur are the only two I haven't.
You just play them all the time.
I think I've played everybody else.
I haven't played the Fairy Dragon dude yet. Because I didn't play it while it was free.
Brightwing is awesome.
Yes.
I immediately played Bright.
So far, Lily is the only one I actually don't like.
Lily.
I did not like Lily. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know why. Maybe I just wasn't playing it right. I'm sure. Probably not. But it just didn't.
Lily's an interesting play style.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
You have to take damage. Like, that's almost
there's
the
a lot
point,
of weird. Yeah,
so
there's a lot
speak.
of weird stuff with her. So I think I was not playing right because I forgot. There. I didn't realize I could use my W on myself. Like the dragon that you could use on yourself. Because you can't heal yourself, so I'm like, oh, then I can't use my other one on myself. Well, you can. So maybe that was it. But I did poorly. But that's for another time.
JC Monkey pointed out in the chat that hello, JC Monkey, by the way. Very active listener and participator in Shattered Soulstone. He pointed out that it'll be like Hearthstone. Hearthstone didn't get the good players until open beta. I don't have to agree.
Well, I think, like I said, I think it's also going to be the matchmaking, when they get the matchmaking in there a little better, where they actually know how you are. Like, I'm not sure how they rank us now by level or whatever. Just because you're high level doesn't mean you play well. It just means you play a lot. So when they can finally go by wins or whatever they're doing to match, match make better, and then they have ranked play and that kind of thing, I think that's where you're going to see, if you want a challenge, you go into ranked play, you go through the ladder, you do whatever, and then you'll start getting a challenge. That's where you're going to see it. And we're waiting on that. We don't have that. Right now it's an alpha, it's a tech alpha. I expect it to be like this, where we're just playing random people at this point. If you can get into a match, that's good enough.
I'm waiting for ranked.
Yeah, ranked will be fun.
That's what I'm excited for.
That'll be nice.
And I'm sure. Can you guys hear?
I saw.
You're using.
Sorry,
I
no,
like
I saw the funniest.
Keep rubbing the zipper on, like the thing. No,
I saw the funniest tweet about Brightwing. Speaking of, it was something saying, I'm not sure if her toenails are painted pink or if that's blood.
Blood, yes. Blood.
I thought that was really cute.
Interesting. I like how
when you
cute pink toenails.
Yeah. I like when you select her at the starting screen. She goes, "It's fight time!"
Yes.
She's great.
Oh,
you
have
awesome.
My Little Pony voice. Yay.
Dude, Adam,
what's even better is
killing
her. That was the best.
Yeah. He runs his Diablo and I run his Brightwing, and he picks up the skill for amplified healing and the pulse heal coming off of her. It's great. I mean, the two of us just go nuts. Just found out JC Monkey is also a member of grindexp.com. So very cool. We know GrindEXP. Dread.
Well, thank you
Dread
for
just got
listening.
into alpha. Or is going to be soon, actually. Yes.
Yeah, one of the people in
Chickn
my
Sammich
local
is
meetup
best
group.
team member. And yes, the real Chickn Sammich is going to hear this one day and wonder how the heck this happened.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, really? Why am I famous?
He wasn't that bad. He just was named Chickn Sandwich. That was the only thing.
No,
he wasn't
he
actually
was
bad.
Chickn Sammich.
We've had a lot worse.
Didn't he AFK though?
Did he?
I think he
thought
AFK was why
just
we were mad
not
at him.
Spectacular. No, we were just making fun of him the whole time. We just were talking about Chickn Sandwich the whole time. It had nothing to do with his play. From the beginning.
Chickn
we were saying
Sammich.
no. It was
Why?
because he died once. We went, oh. I don't know where my.
I don't know his Arthas.
I don't know where my Arthas went.
I still have not dug those out. Now that I'm moving again, maybe I'll unpack them.
Moving again.
There you go.
At my desk. Yes, I'm moving right next to work, so I don't have to drive 70 miles a day.
You moving away from my work?
Nice.
Yes, I'm moving to Lake Mary.
Ooh.
Don't stalk me, please. Thank you. Not
No,
you,
I'm there.
just people listening.
I used to
I would
drive
be more
25
likely to
miles
stalk
to
you
work
when
and
I-
25 miles
Was before.
home from work.
But real, was it
now I
uphill
drive
in
like
the
172.
Both ways.
No. Yes.
Could be.
Both ways.
Depends
But
what-
now I drive like 170 miles a day for work. So kind of funny how that changed.
Now I can literally walk across the street and I'm at my job. So I'm so happy
Well, not
because
right now.
my poor
You
little
can move
car has 82,000 miles on it and I want to cry.
Oh. Poor car.
My poor car.
Yes. Sorry, yes, Talthur is saying that Chickn Sammich is still in the alpha, but he is not. We're sorry, Talthur.
Sorry about
But
that, man.
You're our moderator, and you're awesome at it. That
Yes.
counts, right?
Also, we'll stream as much as we can so that you can feel like you're in the game.
Yeesh.
Absolutely.
All right. So did you guys talk about that Tom's Guide while I was crashed out?
I did
The
briefly.
Tom's Guide link?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a quick.
Yes, I don't know
Very,
why Uwu
very
just all of a
briefly.
sudden just went away.
I fixed our videos, by the
Went
way.
away.
I swapped you guys on the thing.
Oh,
People
sweet.
actually watched me swap you. It'll be in the recorded
Oh, yeah.
video. Watching you go this way.
Live tech support.
Yeah, live tech, moving the boxes. I just went, box, move over here. Box, move over here. Okay, ooh.
Nice.
HotSCast is high tech, folks. High tech.
I just have to remember to call
Yeah.
Nerdy
We
first
swapped the
and Real
boxes.
second now because I swapped the boxes.
Gotcha. And I need to figure out what is going on with these freaking virtual audio cables.
Create new from a copy of this thing. That'd be nice.
That would be good. All right, and I guess on to our next point. You know what? We'll skip. Well, yeah, we got to actually have one more. We'll put the BlizzCon before the Heroes 101 because we always finish up with that. BlizzCon! Oh my god! November 7th and 8th, which is, I think, almost the exact same as last year. Wasn't it?
Same weekend, because my anniversary is the 10th, but of course it's moved one day. It's one day off, because the 10th was Sunday, because my anniversary was on Sunday. Now it's on Monday. So I can actually go and get back Sunday night and be here for my anniversary.
And not miss your anniversary.
I did ask Zarim not to plan it that weekend, but, of course, didn't listen.
Womp womp.
It's okay. I'm ready to go. I've plane ticket.
I am as well.
Hotel.
You already
car.
packed?
I'm all
you got
ready.
your duffel bag ready?
I'm
Fantastic.
done. I've got to make my badge. That's it. I'm gonna make my little new badge. I'll make us all badges, HotSCast badges or something.
Adam's got his
still have business cards.
Hotel booked.
Yes.
I guess
got to do that quick.
Nevik, we need to book a hotel room so we can spoon again.
Woo.
Sexy.
Yes. Yeah.
I demand video.
We want video.
What?
Wait.
What? I didn't say that. What?
I did too.
I'm not sure if we're going to allow.
Echo.
We have to discuss. We have to discuss with Jesse whether or not we're going to allow the Angel of Death to room with us again this year.
Hopefully, he won't be the Angel of Death this year.
I'm gonna try not to get sick this year. That would be awesome.
About? I don't know who you're talking about. What is it? I'm gonna talk like this the whole time. Oh my god.
Real? Like
you got strep throat. Dude, we had Antonio in our room. He was coughing so much, Nevik was afraid he was going to rupture his esophagus. That's how bad this dude was coughing.
He's going to rupture his spleen.
That's wicked.
We literally thought we were going to have to take him to the emergency room.
Yes. Yeah, he was like
all day Friday I was good. Got halfway through Saturday and I started feeling feverish and I was like, ooh, I don't feel good. Let's go back to the hotel. Yeah. Yep. Sunday plane flight, strep throat, not pleasant. I was like, I want to go home.
You got H1 Nerd 1.
I was good. I was fine. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. I was actually clean. So I was happy.
Would you like a trophy?
I got sick like a day or two after, so I think I actually picked it up on the plane. Because on the plane, there was like this cacophony, like this symphony of
cacophony of cacophony?
And a cacophony of coughing, yes. It was disgusting. It really was. The plane ride back was horrible. Like, I'm literally in my seat
everyone listening is going, why do I want to go to BlizzCon again?
Talthar, if you would like to, if you want to shake, if you come to BlizzCon and shake our hands, we'll all use Purell before we shake hands. How's that? No touching without Purelling.
I will use Purell just for you.
I'm going to store it up my nose, so if you see me go like this and then shake your hand, it's okay. It's Purell. No, I'm not.
Here's the thing,
I won't shake your hand like a gentleman. I'll shake it like a lady.
No, see, I don't shake hands. I'm not a handshaker, but I will hug you. I'm a hugger.
Whoa.
No fist bumps. No. I'm Irish and I'm Italian. We're huggers.
So, either that or he'll wave his hands at you.
You meet me at BlizzCon.
When he talks,
I'll wave your hands at you like a crazy. Yes, when I talk.
He'll go like this.
Yes. So if you see me at BlizzCon, anybody out there listening, come up and give me a hug. I'm a hugger.
He won't shake your hands, but he'll shake his hands. How's that?
Yeah, we had to hold real back from walking on stage trying to hug Chris Metz, and it was really awkward.
Yes. You know what I just noticed? This looks like the Millennium Falcon. Yes. Did you notice that?
It's it does.
No, I don't have one of those.
That is weird.
It's the bottom material.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah.
Which material is that the Vinyl Pop? Funko Pop?
No, this is the one I got from BlizzCon, whatever year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. He's vinyl. He is vinyl, but mini Tyrael.
It's not the vinyl. It's not this guy. It's not the vinyl. It's not the Tyrael version of that.
This is a big.
Dude.
I don't think so.
If Firefly board game is being played, I am not hanging out with you chumps. No.
I'm gonna bring.
If you bring
what am I gonna bring?
That would be amazing.
I may bring a
I'm gonna make
Lord
sure
of the
they
Rings
lose it on
card
the plane.
game, and I'm gonna bring Munchkin. We're gonna play Munchkin.
Oh, Munchkin. There you go.
I'll bring Munchkin.
Munchkin's good.
I have the World of Warcraft board game.
Sahara Drak has been to every BlizzCon and no getting sick. Dude, you must have like...
Oop, we lost Rill.
Uh-oh. Rill froze again.
Cough. Rill is... he looks like a rabbit. He looks like a rabbit. Hello, Rill Rabbit. We lost you. You're probably talking and we can't hear you. Good thing he wasn't recording because it would be missing all of this great stuff when he keeps disconnecting. Oh, there he goes. Boom. Knew it was coming. Now you're all split between two things now.
Startled me.
I'm over here. Try to call him back.
I'm over here.
Calling him back. Ringer, ringer, ringer. Ringer, ringer, ringer.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Wow. He's not answering.
We blame Rill for not living in Florida because he's the only one who doesn't. Yeah. It's his fault.
It's them Pennsylvania internets. He's not answering. Come on. Can you in the chat room hear the ringing or is it just me? Oh, he's rebooting.
He said
okay.
Rebooting.
So anyway, BlizzCon. Lots of fun. If you guys are coming, we're going to have like stuff going on. I'm going to wait till Rill comes back for more of that. To discuss that so we can give you all the cool things because we didn't actually discuss it within the three of us either, so we're gonna do it now too. But
dude, Florida is amazing. Fun. I don't even want to hear it from you people.
I miss snow, but
it's warm here. No snow.
No, too hot today. Too hot.
Snow
today. I was outside today and
it was hot today.
Hot.
It was. I got in my car and I have for some reason, whoever designed my car decided to put a metal piece on the stick shift knob, thinking that was a good idea. So when you touch it, it scalds your hand.
Ouch.
It sucks. Yeah, I have like a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my hand.
Nice. You're branded for life now. You're branded with your car.
I'm okay with that. It's like having a 350Z tattoo. I'm okay with it.
Yes. So one of the problems with BlizzCon, and you were going to go into this, I'm sure, which we can do probably without Rill on, was that they increased the price of the ticket this year to $200, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And a little processing fee for Eventbrite, who is the new vendor for their ticket sales, whom I've had issues with, and doesn't have like a queue system or whatever. I mean, the reason why you have a queue system is because you can only handle a certain number of tickets to be processed at a time. Like, a certain number of people checking out. And so Blizzard didn't want to have problems with the number of checkouts they were getting. And so they added a queue so that you basically got in the queue and then they brought you into the checkout process so they didn't overload their servers and that kind of thing. It's a good idea to not have to have 1,000 trillion servers for one set of ticket sales. Eventbrite has way more capacity. They can handle that number of checkouts or whatever at a time or whatever. That's their idea. That's what they do. Is that good? I don't know. Will it be good? I don't know. I had a problem with them getting Minecon tickets. I believe they used Eventbrite for Minecon, but they had a lot less tickets. Very, very low number of tickets. And my son was very sad that I could not get him a ticket for Minecon. But they only sold like 2,000 to 2,500 every like 3 times, and it was like immediate, like they were gone. Like I was even on there like doing the thing I do for BlizzCon, like hitting a button, and then I didn't get it. So let me see if I can get him again this time. How long does it take to reboot the computer, man?
Well, I saw him come back on Uvu.
Did he? Oh.
But
there he goes.
There he is.
Woo!
Yay!
He's black. He's back in black.
I see black screen.
He's back in black.
Back in black.
There he is.
Hey,
I have no
Ro.
idea.
He's back.
I have no idea.
How's that?
Hey, Ro.
How's that internet going?
You looked like a little rabbit when you locked up. You were like,
yeah, you
were in the middle of saying it. You're like,
that's lovely.
Just like that. It was great. Yeah, basically that's it right there. That's the look. You're like,
nice.
It was great.
Can we get that on our t-shirts for BlizzCon? Can that be our shirt? Right
I have
there?
a shirt. I have a shirt for
like
us.
that right there.
I already have a shirt.
Press pass or like our little badges.
Yeah, it's on the badge. I'm gonna have the picture of.
Let's do that.
We're good at hot. we hot's good.
IR Chickn Sammich.
Yes, Chickn Sammich, and then your picture.
GG
Chickn Sammich.
Has got to be on the back of the shirt.
No,
it's got to be.
We can do that.
It's got to be.
Yes.
Oh, I need to get. I need to get a hold of Jake. I need to make the back of our shirt say GG Chickn Sammich.
Well, we also need to. We also need to find out from Blizzard if our thing is okay. The shirt.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I need to send.
Because I have an idea if it's not. I have a really good idea for a shirt if it's not okay to use the picture.
Okay.
I have a good idea, but I'd like to use what I already created. So anyway, BlizzCon. So one of the things we waited to talk about this for BlizzCon. So we talked about the tickets and the issues with the tickets, and we don't know, so we can't really ranty about it because it might be just fine. The cost kind of sucks, and I know you're having an issue with that, but
well, I think part of the cost thing too, I could be wrong, but it seems like, using a company like Eventbrite, they charge a fee to use their service, so they're probably making us.
I don't know. They are charging a fee on top of the $200 though, so I'm just wondering. But I mean, look at it. The $500 charity thing is now $750. Okay. So I think it's just Blizzard trying. Oh. They know they can sell that many because so many people want it, and I think in some ways they're trying to compress the number of people that want to go by increasing the price, and also they make more money, so they can do more or whatever.
But Blizzard, I'm a poor college student. They don't need the money. Have mercy on me.
Yes.
Well, so haven't they been? They've been
increasing.
From what I understand, they have been operating it as a loss.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Yeah,
well, it's a marketing.
They have been operating at a loss.
They're not supposed to make money on a marketing event. It's a marketing event.
No. Well, I mean, that's the thing. They don't treat it. I mean, it is, but they don't treat it as.
Yes.
They treat it as a way for them to connect with us, and for us to connect with each other, and for us to connect with them.
But that still should be in some ways their cost.
Yeah, but I mean, look, E3 doesn't operate at a loss.
Yeah, well, because that's a third-party
company running it.
That's a third-party company doing it. It's not for that company is not trying to market themselves. It's all these other companies that are marketing. Those companies pay to be there too. I bet if they didn't charge the companies to be at those conferences, they would probably lose money. They're not making money from the ticket sales. They're making money because the press don't pay for it, most of them. So I think it's more the companies coming in. Blizzard doesn't have that. They just have the few that they get that come and do their little expo. But I mean, I don't have any problem with them trying to break even on it. Really, not as far as I'm concerned, that's fine. I'm all behind them.
There was other speculation. There was other speculation too about the price this year and about this being a big deal because it's WoW's 10th anniversary. It's the 20th or 25th anniversary of Warcraft as a genre or what, I forget what it is. Something else. There's like 2 anniversaries this year.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a big deal. Like this year's a big deal, and I'm wondering if like there's going to be super cool swag. Maybe that would be awesome.
I mean, if they want to charge more and they want to give us more cool stuff, I'm fine with that. If they want to use more of the convention center to give us more things, remember there's going to be 4 esports events there this year.
Right.
They're going to have a real Hearthstone tournament. They're going to have a HOTS something going on. They're going to have the Warcraft stuff, and they're going to have the SC2 stuff. So it's going to be pretty crazy with more esports. So they may need more rooms. They may need the room in there. Because I think there's another part of that convention center they can use if they need to. So, who knows? I mean, they're going to need more and more.
Behind where they had the merch.
Yes, correct.
Where they had
true. They had all the merch in there.
Another...
So that's where they hide it. Behind there.
No, I mean right next to on the other side of that, there's another section. Yeah.
Well, well, they had the thing there for all the merch behind it. So.
Right. Yeah. The thing I'm going to do differently this year, I think I'm going to concentrate on going to more of the esport events and seeing more of those live because I can watch the panels at home afterwards.
Well, that's what a lot of people were talking about.
I want to be where the high energy, high buzz. I got to see some of the SC2 matches, and it was awesome. Yeah, I want to be able to sit down for that.
The meetup, cool. The Summoning Stone was pretty fun to be by, and seeing all the people and talking to the CMs, and that was fun. And for me, especially being part of Twisted Nether, I mean that's one of the things. We're a big community podcast, so being there where everybody was and being able to hang out with them. And speaking of that, I do want to talk, and we didn't talk about this before the show, so I'm kind of like speaking for all of us on this. But as far as I'm concerned, since we talk about the fact that HotSCast is part of the Twisted Nether family or podcast, not that there's that many of them, but then I figured it's going to be part of our party. We'll add HotSCast to the party stuff. We'll, HotSCast will be there, and we'll do something as part of the giveaways or whatever we do. That'll be HotSCast type also, and we'll participate in all that.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
You'll get pictures of Rill making his crazy face.
Of course.
Do it, Rill.
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture. He's got a screenshot right there. I'm sure that
it's your very own.
I'm sure Nevik screenshotted that.
Nevik's gonna screenshot that.
Yeah, that'll be the next Soulstone.
It's gonna be all over Twitter.
But the other thing that I want to make sure we do, and I didn't think about this last year, but it's definitely something I'm going to do for Blog Azeroth. Blog Azeroth is going to have a meetup at the Summoning Stone, separate from the TNB thing. In addition, and we as HotSCast, I think, should have a sign up for an hour at the Summoning Stone. So we can have a meetup if people want to come and meet us, to sit with us and just talk and not in a big party thing or whatever. Come hang out with us at the Summoning Stone, and we'll have our little time there. I think that would be cool. So that's what I.
Adam pointed out that he's making the Nexus hockey jerseys. By the way, now I'm jealous.
Nice.
Ooh.
But I don't like hockey, so maybe we could make
there you go.
HotSCast soccer
baseball
jerseys.
Well, I would really like to have some sort of epic cosplay at least one of the days. So I'm hoping that I can get something together.
You need a rainbow.
I have no idea what I would want to do.
Rainbow unicorn
want to cosplay
to drive around on, ride around on.
We should all do a different HOTS character. Yeah. That would be amazing.
You have to keep your one hand out in the air like this the whole time. You ever notice?
Well, I can wear a hood and carry
like
two fake crossbow things and be male Vala.
Ooh, one of us could be the rainbow unicorn, and the other one could ride on their back and be like Stitches. It'd be totally awkward.
Yeah, I don't think so. I need rainbows flying out of my butt. There you go.
Oh my god, cosplay Stitches would be epic.
Hanging out.
Actually, you need two people. You need two people. You need one person, shorter person in front, doing like the hook, flowing the hook out, and then one person in back being the...
Oh, I thought you were going to say you need one person operating the mouth gut.
Yeah. And the hook, and throwing the hook out from the middle. Yeah. Either that or have somebody in him that he ate and like just laying there like... Oh, no, wait.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Someone named Chickn Sammich in the... Chickn Sammich. Yeah, I can cosplay Vala's father.
Chickn Sammich.
Yeah.
Yes,
we're gonna all cosplay Chickn Sammich.
Yes.
That's real.
Can anyone tell me we didn't have a whole lot of Heroes news to go over since we just went over it 6 days ago?
Yes. But
no, listen.
But this is BlizzCon, so this is important. So anyway, that's what that's what our plans is HotSCast, I think, for BlizzCon so far. We will have a shirt that will be up to buy also. Somewhere if people have an interest in getting it once we get it confirmed and approved, because I think I have a pretty good design already for our first shirt. And probably I would imagine we'll go through Jake again. Yeah, we could do that. Well, that might be for doing the larger number, but does he have a place to buy them online? I think he did. Yes, he added a way to buy them online now. Yes, he does. So if we do that, absolutely, we can go through him. No problem. We can do that now, because originally he didn't have any way to do it. Remember. He didn't have a way to do that when we got the TNB one. So now if we can buy him through him, I'm happy to go through him because he was awesome. So that would be great. So we'll have those. Yeah. And the TNB shirts came out fantastic. I mean, they're awesome. Really nice quality. He did an amazing job with those. Yeah, I have no problem going through it for TNB ones either. I'll have to talk to you about. We'll do that too. Just not even necessarily for the giveaway part, if we do that, but for the ones I'll make for TNB for everything if they want to buy. That would be cool. Yeesh. As long as he doesn't have any problem making one-offs. That's the only worry I would have is if only we sell 3, which is probably what's going to be the 3 of us. But then I don't know how he does that. If he has to do batches or something, we'll have to talk to him about that too and see if he's okay with that. Nah, we're going to have more than 3. Chat room, you'll buy a HotSCast t-shirt, right? They shouldn't be expensive from him either.
We'll make Nevik wear one for all the harassing he does of Real.
Yes, especially because I wore a Shattered Soulstone shirt to the first day of BlizzCon last year. I'm going to have to put a picture of his show.
That's true.
Get an Nevik to do that.
Yeah.
And then we'll put a picture of him on it.
Yep.
I agree with this.
So anyway, that's BlizzCon. I'm excited about BlizzCon. Like I said, I'm already like the first day they announced it. I was like, oh crap, I gotta go do all this stuff, and so I'm staying closer to the
I'm going to check
thing
flights
now. I'm
before
going to
I
be
go
at
to
the
bed
Marriott,
tonight.
the real one. So I'll be like right next door to the convention center this time.
Nice.
No walking.
We actually, I forget what was the name of the places that we stayed, but I mean, it was
Wasn't
decent.
too bad. I know where you were. No, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mind the.
I forget the name of it.
I just like being close. Like that's why I stay generally where I stay.
Yeah.
The Clarion is actually pretty close and not very expensive. I hear like $98 a night, which isn't too bad for people to split. So if you're interested,
really
Pro
cheap.
tip: when I called and booked last year, I told them I was on a business trip, and they gave me a better rate than like everybody who said they were coming for.
If you actually
BlizzCon.
go through
I
the
believe that.
BlizzCon
Yeah,
thing,
I told
they
them
do
I was
have good
going
rates
on a
right
business
now.
trip for Verizon. They're like, "Oh yeah, we give you the best rate ever." It was like so cheap.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe
Sometimes
that.
that'll work. Depends.
Yep.
But I got my ticket,
Did you hear
my
that for me?
hotel through if you go to BlizzCon, you do the book hotel. They've reserved a bunch of like blocks of rooms. So if I went to Marriott, that hotel was booked. Solid.
Right.
But when I went through the thing, it showed up and it was actually cheaper than the Courtyard, which is usually cheaper. So it may pay to start with their site and see what you can get in terms of prices and then look around maybe a little more. But their prices seem to be pretty good. It's going through the Anaheim Visitors Bureau site, I guess, or something like that. So just try it out. Just be careful in terms of map out where your hotel is. If this is your first time you're going, map out on the map before you pick a hotel. Map where it's going to be, because it may look like it's only like a block or two away, but these are really, really big blocks.
Regular blocks.
Yeah, these are not little blocks. This is like it's like a mile between blocks. You'll be walking a lot.
Right.
So the closer
These
you
are
can
not
get to
like
it, the better.
Normal place blocks. These are California blocks, and like California is like this weird
people don't walk in California,
metaverse.
so it doesn't matter that they're close. They don't need to be close or far away. Everybody drives, so they don't try to make things close to each other. So there's no walking.
Right. This isn't like the real world, like Philadelphia, where a block is 1/10 of a mile. This is some
like
weird
a whole
fantasy
mile,
land where a block is 3.7 miles.
It's a long way.
It's funny you choose the verbiage Fantasyland because it's right next to Disney.
It's Disneyland.
It is a fantasy land. Yes, you're right.
I mean, I'm looking because we were trying to find a venue for the TMB party. So I'm looking at restaurants around, and I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, oh, well, it's on this corner, and you just kind of walk down the street, make a left,
and we're like,
and you're right there.
No, it's like 5 miles away.
I'm like, oh my god, it's like a 5-mile walk.
Yeah, it's really far.
It's one block over, one block down. How's that 5 miles? But it's
Hydra.
5 miles.
Hydra said that she is going to, if we go to the bowling alley again, if we do the bowling alley, which is our last resort at this point, but we're going to see what we can do and then see if we can do a Kickstarter or something to get some money to pay for wherever we find. But if we have to go to the bowling alley again,
that'd be a good
we might, because the bowling alley's cool. It was really fun. She is going to do a video.
That really worked out well.
She is going to go to the convention center and she is going to take her phone and like walk like in a first person, like show people on a video how to get there. So we can say, go and watch the video. We'll have it like on YouTube or something, and you'll be able to like follow the video.
Does she know anybody with Google Glass?
I know somebody.
She
with
needs to
Google
borrow
Glass.
somebody's Google Glass.
She might.
I want one.
She can do it with her phone too. So
do you?
Might
you
be a
want
little
to be
too
a
bouncy.
glass hole?
I don't. It looks silly.
Do you really want to be a glass hole?
A friend of mine down the street works for Google.
Glass holes.
Yes.
A friend of mine down the street works for Google, and he has one. It's very weird looking. I want the contact lenses that'll do it that they have the patent for.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That would be epic.
Cool.
That would be epic.
Anyway,
yes,
so we have other stuff to talk about for Heroes a little bit, right? So we should probably move on to that.
Yeah.
But BlizzCon's coming.
Yeah,
We're going to be talking about it a
and
lot,
then we'll
I'm
wrap
sure.
it up. Yes.
Yay, BlizzCon!
We're so excited.
Yay! Woohoo! Yay!
I got Kermit in my head.
Yes. I could play it, but I didn't start my...
Moving right along.
Nah, it's alright. No worries. It's time for Heroes 101. Yay! We actually haven't done Heroes 101 for a while. What? Was that a
He
cancel?
said multi-board.
That was
So now I have multi-pass.
That's multi-pass. That was last show. Last show was multi-pass.
What was last week?
Some Lily, something multi-pass. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, was it Rainbow Brightwing Lily Multipass or something like that? Yeah.
I loved that name.
Lily something multi-pass.
It was a great
something
title.
multi-pass. It wasn't just Lily multi-pass.
Rainbow Brightwing Lily Multipass, I believe is what it came out to be.
And Code Red, I got this at MegaCon, actually. They were selling them.
The one I couldn't go to because I was going
to
Multipass. Rainbow Brightwing Lily Murky Multipass.
Murky, that's right. Lily Murky Multipass.
RBLMM.
Sure. It's been a few weeks since we've done a Hero 101, and we actually mentioned this earlier in the show. Yeah, foretelling. We're going to talk about laning. And laning is, as we briefly mentioned, in things like League and Dota 2, it's much different and much more a core structure of the game. Laning is basically when you've got your lane set up, and you hear this a lot specifically with League. You've got your top, you've got your bot, you've got your support, you've got your mid, and you've got your jungle. Now, some of them can be played around a little bit. You can duo top, not have a jungle, duo mid. I mean, there's a couple different things you can do. Yes, Nerdy does not approve. You need a jungle.
We do not duo top.
We do not do that. Yes. And you can do things like lane swaps. You can mess people up by all of a sudden you kind of cross mid and your bot and your support are now, your AD carry and your support are now at top, your top's down to the bottom, and it just gets crazy. So that is a very big, very core function of things like League, Dota, Han, the traditional MOBAs. The reason you do that is you are working your way towards each progressive turret, going for kills, grinding gold, farming gold. In Heroes, they have moved away from that. Now, there are lanes. Every map's a little bit different, though. We have some maps with 3 lanes, just like the normal. We have some maps with really no definitive lane, like Blackheart's Bay doesn't really have definitive lanes per se. It's just there's a lot of structure in the middle.
Well, the lanes are based on
at the top and one entrance at the bottom.
Where the peons go. I mean, that's basically, you can kind of define the lanes where the peons are.
Yeah, you can
follow the peons, those are the lanes, because they have the peons go in the lane.
Yeah.
That's where they go. So,
right.
Yes, they're not as defined
but
as well.
At the same time, Blackheart's Bay has the giant ship in the middle, and you've got the docks that are kind of in the way, like right above and below the chest. And actually, it's not even symmetrical, because especially in Blackheart's Bay, you've got just the one vision at the top, and you don't have that blockage of deck kind of stuff right there, and you got your golem all the way up north and just like a regular camp at the bottom. But so in Heroes, you don't see laning as such a huge part of it. I mean, you can as a mechanic, you can go for laning and you can concentrate on just working towards your enemy's turrets, try to break down that first turret before maybe the first map mechanic comes up. For instance, Blackheart's Bay, you've got coins that you can collect, and then when you collect enough coins, you turn them in. Then Blackheart starts firing his ghost ships onto your enemy's base.
Top.
Yes, exactly. Middle south top, right. In Cursed Hollow, you've got your tributes that spawn, so you can stay in your lanes and kind of, have a kind of even flow of fight, trying to go back and forth, maybe get a kill early, that kind of thing. As soon as the tribute spawn, everybody drops what they're doing, or they should at least, and run like heck to the tribute. Sometimes it depends on the map and it depends on the team. You may not go back to that laning. You may not go back to your top, mid, and bot. You might just at that point start capping merc camps, or just preparing for the next tribute to spawn. Haunted Mines is a good example of that. When Haunted Mines spawns, when the mines actually open up, at that point, I don't think I've ever seen any team go back to just laning. At that point, it's all strategy based on who got the bigger golem. Are you going to burn their golem quick? Are
you go back to laning when right before the thing is open again. That tends to be where they go back to laning. Right before they.
That's basically the only time, right? But even at that point, sometimes there's some fighting over merc camps and positioning in that regard as well.
Yeah. Well, the big thing with the laning issue, and not really laning specifically, but the reason in HOTS to lane at all is not because of necessarily the towers or any of that. It's because you only get experience from death of peons if you are there when it's happening. Right. And so if you do not have somebody in the lane, you lose all experience that's happening in that lane. So that actually is what their counter for the basically everybody goes to the top and just ganks everybody, and runs around just killing everybody. Because if you're staying in lane and not getting killed, you're trying to, staying back and not and trying to avoid them, you're still gaining XP. You're going to out level them because those 5 are not getting the experience from all 3 lanes or all 2 lanes or whatever. They're just getting wherever they're nearby at the time. And so, unless you all keep dying to them, in which case they're getting XP from that. And so you just ruin the whole idea. But that's the key in HOTS in the laning piece is that XP. And staying in lane, you don't even have to do anything. You just have to stay nearby. You can just hide and you'll still get XP. So, that's the reason to get in and stay in. And a lot of times that can be a good strategy is if the other team is running around doing all these other things. If you keep at least your 3 guys in the 3 lanes and have the other 2 moving around or jungling or whatever you want to call it, that can sometimes be the best strategy if you can survive that, because you will gain levels faster and then it'll snowball and you'll win.
Right. Especially if you have Nova or Zeratul for that perma-stealth.
I'm glad you brought that point up because I was going to say that really is an important part of laning in HOTS is getting that XP. Another thing that I've noticed when playing a good strategy for laning is split pushing. So if you've got people in every lane, you're taking down their defenses. You may have all 5 people on the other team went to one area of the map for one reason or another. So I don't know if we talked about split pushing at all, but split pushing is basically when you've got one or 2 people that go to a different lane so that they can try to push that lane forward. And typically it's when the other group is off somewhere else. And so it can cause a great distraction. It can slow them down from whatever they're doing to your base. There's a lot of different reasons to do it. But I lost my train of thought. This cold is killing me. Yeah, I mean, there's a few really good reasons to focus on laning in HOTS.
XP from the split push too.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you're in lane and you're knocking things over, you're killing creeps, you're doing any champion kills or hero kills, definitely it's worth your time and it's worth your team's time. You just don't want to be down there by yourself and have 2 or 3 people come up on you and kill you because that's going to be a bad thing. That's when.
I've actually gotten yelled at.
You have to pick when to lane
for dying alone. People go, "Don't die alone." I'm like, I wasn't trying to die. I was trying to just split push. Mm-hmm. No, it was actually on a solo queue. But I was like, you have to try sometimes. First of all, you also have to try to stop people from doing things you really don't want to. So sometimes no one else helps you since the chat system sucks. So you just, I got to go try to keep him from... And then Zeratul comes and kills you because you can't see him. So,
Like, did we ever figure out a way to scroll back up in the chat to see what was posted earlier?
Can't do it.
Yeah. That's frustrating.
There's a lot of stuff like that. The chat is pretty much useless. It's not... You have to watch it.
Yeah, the chat's not good at this point.
So.
And the font type is so small.
And kind of...
Come on,
I mean...
We're old.
One could argue that you should be so busy in a MOBA-style game that you don't have time to stop and chat. One could argue.
I guess you should be using the signals better, but the signals are kind of crappy too.
They're so tiny, like, and you can't really differentiate what they are.
That's it. You can't differentiate. That is the thing. The sound effects are good, but you can't. I don't know.
You can read it.
I mean, I like what they went. You can see it in the chat.
Let's make a post about that on the Tech Alpha forums, please, and let's everyone bump it.
You know what I should do? I should actually. I will go through and I'll screen cap all 4 of the flags. And just show how similar they are in gameplay and how fast they are. I mean, they're beautiful. I love what they did, like that kind of 3D raise. I mean, it really looks great, but it needs to be, not this big. It needs to be like this big and like this tall and wildly different colors. And, more show up on the mini map. It doesn't show up on the mini map. It does, but not enough. They need to do a little bit more with that. And Code Red point out that the minimap is too small. It is too small. The minimap does need to be bigger. And they've talked about that.
Or have an option to make it bigger.
I know
it's pretty big for me. I have a big monitor. They should have at least an option to make it bigger. I have a big monitor, so it's pretty
You don't
big.
have it. No. You don't have a big monitor. You've got a small TV that is 12 inches from your face.
Yes.
That's not a big monitor. That is a small
32-inch
TV that is 12
TV
inches from your face.
Yeah.
I have a 32-inch TV that I could use as a monitor. I've thought about it.
That's insane. That's ridiculous.
It's right here.
Plus, it makes me feel inadequate with my little 24-inch monitor now. I paid like $130 for this inadequate 24-inch monitor.
Really? I only have a 21-inch monitor.
I paid 4 times more than that for the 32-inch adequate monitor, so don't worry. It was expensive.
You're right over there, man. You're dying.
I sneezed.
Mike's like,
I sneezed.
Mike
I was
has
trying to
chicken
keep
sandwich
holding
face.
and it hurt. It hurt. It's like
yes. Mike has chicken sandwich face now.
Yes, I smelled chicken sandwich. That was it.
You smell the chicken sandwich. All right,
bad
we are
chicken
going on an hour, so let's wrap this puppy up.
Time. Yes.
I think we've talked about all we can talk about.
Laning.
I spent half the laning. Ish. I spent half
the
freaking podcast crashed and Ubu and crashed piece. That was frustrating.
Okay, go ahead. Make the face.
Frustrating.
Frustrating chicken sandwich face.
Don't laugh too hard. So last episode I'm singing, this one I'm making faces. This is great.
We are so special.
Yes,
we love you guys.
Are special.
This is what we do.
We're special. I'm going to Hawaii. Yeah, we're special ed special.
Yay.
Special ed. No,
Special like the Olympics.
No? Okay. You're
Special like
so
the
young,
Olympics.
Kaylee. It really hurts my head how young you are.
I'm going to Disneyland.
You don't know. Do you remember Crank Anchors?
Yes.
No, you
She's
don't.
not that young. She's not that young.
I was in like high school when that came out.
on.
Come on.
High school.
And they let you watch
I
it?
think you were in kindergarten when that came out.
And they let me watch it. I'm going to be... Listen, my birthday is in 2 months. Oh my god, my birthday's in 2 months. Sad face.
And you'll be
I'm going to be
19?
29.
I feel sad for you.
Actually, you're not as young as I thought. I was thinking you were like 23 or 24.
No, and then when I turn 29, I'm never aging again. That's my last birthday.
I'm old.
You know, my wife gets upset that every time somebody asks me how old she is, I say 28. And she gets upset that I don't remember her actual age.
She's 29.
Like, wouldn't you think that wait, how old is she? No, she's
30.
not.
You should
I'm 34.
probably know that.
She's 32. I'm 34. She's 32.
I was close.
But I constantly think she's 28. It was good. I always think she's 29. Or 28. And she gets upset by that. You would think women would appreciate that. My wife actually has the same birthday as Michelle Moreau.
Oh, nice. My wife is older than me.
Yeah. Oh. She robbed the cradle.
7 months. 7
But
months.
see, real, my older sister's your age, so growing up, I always hung out with her, and everything she liked, I liked. So I'm like 5 years ahead of my...
So you watch Crank
I'm like
Anchors.
5 years ahead of my age group when it comes to liking music and movies and stuff.
My kids like 80s music, so...
Then your kids are awesome.
Because my wife listens to it all the time.
Like The Clash, The Cure.
Whatever they play on 80s on 8. That's what they like. Bon Jovi.
80s on 8. I love that station. So, wrapping up the show.
Let's
We're
wrap
wrapping up the
this
show.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
You can follow the show on
Wrap up the
Twitter
show.
at HotSCast. I am at Rillandu, and Kaylee is at Nerdy Char, and Fimless is at Fimless. Head to the show's homepage at hotscast.com for links to our Facebook, Google+, YouTube pages, show notes, videos, and more. You can email the show at hotscast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think, ask questions, submit guest posts for the blog. HotScast is a production of the aforementioned Twisted Nether Network, whose main show is the Twisted Nether Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast where you can hear Fimless and Hydra interviewing amazing bloggers, podcasters, and YouTubers from the awesome WoW community. That can be found at twistednether.net. You can hear my All Things Geek with a gaming emphasis show, Heroically Random, co-hosted by Nevik of the Shattered Soulstone podcast at heroicallyrandom.com. Watch Kaylee's Twitter feed closely as she is about to launch a new epically named show, Charred Hearts, where she will be the Dr. Drew of Geeks Finding Love by digital means with her co-host at Geek of Random.
If Geek of Random and I ever get off our lazy behinds,
get off your lazy behinds and record a show.
I swear it's coming. We aren't just teasing you guys.
Next Wednesday night will be our game streaming night. Remember, we're going to Wednesdays now, not Mondays. Every other Wednesday, we're back on track. This is our recording. Next week, streaming. Next Wednesday will be our streaming night, so feel free to either watch us play Heroes live in our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HotSCast, or join in. If you're in the alpha, contact us and we'll exchange battle tags. You can find this show, Twisted Nether Blogcast, Heroically Random, and soon Charred Hearts on iTunes, Stitcher, and any other podcasting streaming app out there. Once you help us out, leave us a review on iTunes, and we'll read out your name on the show. That helps others find the show easier and makes the community grow and become that much stronger. And until next week, folks, good night and good gaming.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Lucky episode 13. Woohoo!
Chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich.